Schalke have been a giant team in Germany for a long time. They've produced great players such as Manuel Neuer, Leroy Sané and Julian Draxler. For many years in the early 2000s and the 2010s, I remember them constantly being in the Champions League, especially Manuel Neuer's breakout season with that tie against Real Madrid. As recent as the 17 and 18 season where they finished second and then somehow falling all the way down to 14th and 12th in the following two seasons, and then finishing rock bottom in the 2021 season. The season after that they come straight back up, but unfortunately came straight back down again. So this is a big challenge we've got ahead of us. Can we wake up the sleeping giant of Germany and bring Schalke back to the pinnacle of German football? Well, in this video, we'll find out. We've got 5 seasons and we'll see how we get on. So we have been hired to take over Schalke. Once a German great, but now fallen to the depths of the second division. Obviously they'll have quite a good media prediction of second, as they were relegated only just last season. And the big problem with this club is that they are in debt.
You gonna give me my money? Where's my money, man?
Not a lot of money to work with. They're even a club that's won the Bundesliga 7 times, even won the UEFA Cup as it was in the time, and they even won the DFB Pokal as early as 2011. Doesn't look like we're going to have much money to work with within the transfer window, but we have got some clauses that we might be able to sell just to get a bit more money in. We are expected to sign German players. This is mainly through, the board culture. They expect you to sign players German or based in Germany. So that's something to consider when we look at buying players. The main goal obviously is to just go up this season. And obviously this is a massive problem. Overall balance being a minus 100 to start with, and net debt of 155 because I've got a big bank loan as well. So we're going to need to try and survive. We need to obviously make sure that we do go up just to get as much money in as we can. I'm going to play around in the transfer market now, and we'll see you at the start of season 1. Right, so we're back at the start of the season. Just finished the transfer window. Brought in 2 players. We've got Anwar Al Ghazi, who's obviously a former Premier League player, spells at Everton and Villa, and obviously some other good clubs like Ajax and Lille. He's done okay so far. Played 5 games, got 1 goal, 1 assist, and an average rating over 7, so can't really complain about that. And another one that fits the transfer policy for Schalke, which is obviously German players, is Nicolo Tresoldi. Got him in for a decent price from Hanover, 3.5 million. He is a good little player, obviously injured at the minute, so he hasn't really played any games. He's come off the bench. He got 1 goal in the cup as well, so there's potential for him to, obviously he's a potential player. Hopefully he can progress and get a lot better, and by the time we are sort of in the Bundesliga, hopefully in there for a long time, he will be a lot better. This is the tactics that we're going with. We're going for a 4-2-4. As obviously we are one of the better teams in the league, I think it's important to play quite attacking, so that's what we're doing. Team has played okay so far. The goalkeeper hasn't played great, which isn't ideal. So far we have had a couple of losses. Obviously first game losing 3-0 isn't great. A shock loss as well to a bit of a poorer team. But the other 4 games have been okay. Not really keeping any clean sheets, except from obviously in the first round of the Pokal. But yeah, that's it for the start of season 1. Hopefully we can gain automatic promotion instantly and go straight up. It will be ideal to be in the Bundesliga and sort of work our way from there. So we'll see you at the end of season 1. So we've come back at the end of season 1 and we have got promoted. We've done our job. Only just though. So let's see how we've actually done it. As you can see there, we've managed to score in the last minute to actually go up automatically, which is massive for the club. And it's by the striker that I signed, Tresoldi. As we can see here, the finances still ain't in a great position. Need to sort that out. Hopefully in the Bundesliga, it will actually help us. Obviously, a lot of the debt was cleared through a bank loan, but it's not really the best. We need to start getting into Europe to try and help clear that debt. So now checking out for the squad for the season. Massive season by Simon Cherod, a 36-year-old striker. He's had a good season, scored a lot of goals for us. honestly, he's missed out on a few games as well. Trezeguet's not got as many contributions as we expected in the goals, but he's got a good average rating, which is good. A lot of these players might not be here next season. We'll have to see what we could do in the transfer window. El Ghazi was obviously quite disappointing. Only 3 goals and 2 assists and quite a low average rating for the player we probably would have expected him to be. So yeah, we've done what we've set out to do for season 1. We've got promoted back in the Bundesliga. We're going to go into the transfer window now, see what we could do with the limited funds we've got. Yeah, hopefully we can just avoid a relegation battle. So we're going to simulate forward now, and we'll see you at the start of season 2. Right, so we'll come back at the start of season 2. We've gained 3 points and progressed in the Pokal, which is it's a relatively good start. The 2 away games, I'm not too worried about that because they are tough games. Freiburg as well is a great result because they are actually predicted to finish 6th, as we can see here, and they've got European football, so that shows how much of a good team they are. Stuttgart have got European football, and obviously Leipzig, we know how good they are. So we've played 3 tough games to start with. Now on the transfers, we haven't actually spent anything, just all 3 transfers. Got Koita, who's a good player, got him from Salzburg.
Donut, you're so stupid!
Just looks very good, obviously very pacey. Hopefully gets quite a few goals. We've got Castells as well, who's quite a bit of a big name in Germany. He's played a lot of seasons at Wolfsburg. He's been one of the better goalkeepers for a long time, and he's coming in miles as our best goalkeeper. Steven Alzate, who used to be at Brighton, most of us would know. He had a bit of potential, Colombian. He's got a few caps for Colombia actually as well, but he comes in as one of our better players. And then Stolger as well, he looks decent. He's been around Germany for a long time. Hopefully it just really strengthens up the team and allow us to stay up. So tactics slightly changed. We've gone positive, changed a few of the roles, changed the tempo as well. This is the in transition and then out of possession. And if we pick our best 11, this is what shows. Hopefully this is enough to keep us up. The defense is a little bit weak, but what can we do? We haven't actually got any money.
If you're a broke boy, just say so.
So hopefully this will do. Try our best. Hopefully we can finish around the 14th position, avoid relegation battle altogether. Yeah, we're going to sim forward to the end of season 2 now, and we'll see you, at the end of season 2. Right, so we're back at the end of season 2, and we've managed to stay up, stayed well clear of the relegation zone. We finished 11th, 5 spots above, 12 points above as well. Obviously quite a gap between 11th and 10th, but soon that gap will bridge. A lot of our wins actually come with clean sheets, so funny enough, if we don't concede, we normally win the game.
Cheers, Jeff.
Big win there. 2-0 against Borussia Dortmund is massive, and Gladbach as well. Only losing 1-0 at Bayern Munich as well. That's not too bad. Last minute, they need a last-minute winner. We actually didn't lose to Dortmund in both games. We drew to Bayern Leverkusen at home, needed a last-minute equaliser, and then got pumped 8-0 by them after we beat Borussia Dortmund 2-0. Looking at where the goals come from, Koita got 12, which is pretty good return. Had a decent average rating as well. Terode as well, and Trezeguet got more than he did last season as well, so good return from them 3. El Ghazi fixed up a bit as well. That's a bit of a better return in a better league as well for some reason. Didn't play too bad overall. Now looking at the finances, we are in the white. Debts have gone down a little bit, and we've got 21 million to spend, which is perfect. Hopefully we can bring in some better players again, really strengthen up the squad, hopefully finish in the top half next season, just improve on what we did this season. So yeah, we're going to skip forward now to the start of season 3. Let's see what we can do in the transfer window, and we'll see you at the start of season 3. Right then, so we've come back at the start of season 3, and so far we've had a decent start. Looking at the league table, we have won 2 and drew 1, scoring 6 and conceding 3. Looking at our schedule, we are through the first round, winning 4-0. Beat Cologne 3-1, drew 2-2 to Wolfsburg, not too bad, and then beat Heidenheim 1-0 at home. Right now, so we did make a lot of signings because we had to improve this squad massively. First in, we got Victor Lindelof in on a free transfer. He will be a very good player in the Bundesliga, I think personally. Stats look very good. His fitness and stamina is good. Positioning, tackling. Next, another centre-back from the Premier League, THEW, on a free from Wolves. Similar sort of player, just really strengthened up our defence because our defence was very weak last season. Another free signing, Weghorst, back to the Bundesliga. We know at Wolfsburg he did have a very good spell at Wolfsburg, so he knows this area. He's scored 1 goal already, got a player of the match. 6'6", absolutely massive and works hard. Our first signing with money, just sort of a winger to rotate in and out. He's actually got a goal already in the league so far. Cerny from Czech Republic. He looks okay. It's one of the earlier signings I made, and I thought, yeah, he could probably do a job. Now with this rebuild, obviously signing a lot of players I've never even heard of, never even seen, because obviously we sort of have to. Schalke ain't got that pull anymore. So we're calling Christos, defensive midfielder, played pretty well so far, got an assist, one of our better midfielders, hopefully he'll do the job as a deep line playmaker. We got Pellegrini in as a backup or sort of rotation with Weghorst. He's played in Italy for most of his career, not played a lot of games. He's still only 24, but his stats look pretty good as a backup, and he was cheap, only 3 million. Another new signing was Nati. He was a free agent. He counts towards the German, even though he's Danish. And yeah, just well-rounded. Only 9k on the wages. It's a good backup. Now my most expensive signing, Nathaniel Brown, 9 million rising to 12. New left back. He looks very good, well-rounded, good pace. Mentals are very well rounded, and you can see so far he's played very well. He's got very high average ratings, even got 2 assists in the Palkau. Another one who can play all down the right side. I'm looking to play him at right inverted wing back actually. He's got very good passing. It's another option to play through. He hasn't played amazingly so far, but he's still only 21. There's loads of room for him to grow. Got him in for 10 million. Quite a big signing. Ben Rama, I actually expect him to do very well in this league because, you know, he's got the stats for it. Dribbling and first touch, penalty taking, technique, flair. He's got all when it comes to dribbling, but it's just if he can do it in the final third. I mean, he's done very well so far. He's got 3 assists, 4 assists including the Palkau. Average ratings are very high. So let's see how he does. Another signing, Mensengo, used to be a wonder kid. I don't know if he is anymore, but he was on the cheap. I think it was 1.8 million. It's just another player to solidify that defensive midfield role. And one final one for the defensive midfield is Umut. We'll go with decent young player, German as well. How much was he? And he was only 5 million. And then I'll just show you an overview of all the outgoings, because there was quite a lot. We actually got rid of more than we had. A lot of midfielders gone. Basically, most of the players that were here to start with, a couple that I signed last season are gone because they weren't to standard, unfortunately. We spent 44.5 million and brought in 21.5 million, so that actually makes up with our 20 million to start with. We spent the exact amount of money that we had. Finances are still looking good. We're well within the wage budget. Yeah, hopefully we could push towards them European spots this season and bring a bit more money in. Looking at the stats, we are going to play a target forward now. I can't remember if I was doing that last season, but yeah, we are playing a target forward now. The right back's gone to an inverted wing back to accommodate Benita. I wanted Ben Rama on attack on the inside forward because he is going to be one of the vocal points in this team to really get forward, and hopefully he'll play there. If we just look at our best 11, yeah, it does put Ben Rama there. The team is looking a lot stronger, like compared to before. It's massively improved. The right back role maybe could do with improvement. Obviously a lot of players are more used to playing wing back instead of inverted wing back, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, that's the start of season 3. Very good start. Let's see if we can maybe push. Where did we finish last season? I think it was 11th, 39 points. Let's aim for a minimum of 50 points, and hopefully we do better than that and maybe break into them top 6. If we do break into the top 6, it's sort of where Schalke belong. If we do break into the top 6, then that would be massive. Going to simulate forward now, and we'll see you at the end of season 3. Right, so we'll come back at the end of Season 3. Massive achievement. We've finished 4th. We've got Champions League for next season. That's massive after finishing 11th last season. We have improved by 29 points. That's quite incredible. Quite incredible indeed. Actually, weren't that far off the league altogether. If we won them 2 games in the end, which quite disappointing losses, obviously good teams, but only by a goal, we'd actually finish level on points with Leipzig, but their goal difference was miles superior to us, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Defensively, we've improved a lot. We're now the 8th best team in the league, which is good. 3rd best for goals. Obviously, that's helped us get up to 4th. Looking at our players, Weghorst was actually our best player, got 20 goals, 2 assists. Unfortunately, I have made a slight mistake. He is leaving on a free.
God, please, no! 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 No!
Forgot to offer him a contract. Obviously, only signed him on a 1-year contract, but yeah, he's gone. Best player's gone. So that could be a bad thing for next season. But hopefully, Pellegrini will take over that role. Obviously, he didn't play a lot of games this season. Hopefully, he'll take over that role. And he does have a good average rating, so yeah, hopefully he'll play it well. Benrahma had a good season again. I believe we have just offered him a contract, yeah, because he's also another one that's running out, but I think it's key to keep him on. Brown as well had a great season. That's a good signing in my book. Tresoldi's obviously 15 goals, 9 assists. He's playing fantastic. That's a good signing for, obviously, he counts as a homegrown player, and we got him in for 3.7 million, so can't complain about that. Checking the Palcal, we actually got knocked out in the 2nd round by Bochum, which is, they're in the 2nd division, so God knows how we've done that. Freiburg have won some sort of European competition because they've managed to qualify for the Champions League as well. Yeah, they've just beat West Ham in the final of the Europa League, which is a massive achievement by them. And we beat them 3-0 a couple of games ago as well, so that shows how much of a great team we are. Budget for next season as well, we've actually got 48 million, nearly 50 million, 120 grand in wage budget available as well. This is amazing. This is a lot more money than we've had previously. Finances are looking good now. That debt is slowly dwindling down. I noticed that German teams actually get given quite a bit of money for where they finish in the league. I guess that is to counteract, obviously, how the Premier League teams get the TV rights. But yeah, we're running on a profit. With this season, we've made nearly 40 million profit. So that's fantastic. And I'm going to go blow it all on transfers. So we're going to go work in the transfer window now, hopefully progress further on that 4th place finish. We've now got Champions League football to play as well, so we've got to build a squad that's capable of at least getting through the league phase, I'd hope. So that's it for Season 3, and we'll see you at the start of Season 4. Right, so we're back again at the start of Season 4. First year in the Champions League, in European football altogether in this save. We're going to look at the schedule to start with. Started off well, 6-1 against Worms, 3-1 against Mainz, and then sort of took a bit of a dip, drew 1-1 to Heidenheim, and then Hoffenheim as well, lost 2-0. Just going to take a quick look at our league phase as well in the Champions League. It actually looks like we've got a bit of a favourable draw. We probably could win 1, maybe 2, 3, 4 games, I think. Then obviously PSG, Tottenham, Atletico and Juventus are going to be tough, but if we could win the first 4 games, then maybe nick a point or 2 out of the last 4, then hopefully we can make the playoffs. So again, we made quite a lot of transfers. We had a decent amount of money, and also I actually managed to get the board to sign a player for me. First off, we've got Mitrovic in on a free to replace Weghorst. Obviously similar player, hopefully better. He hasn't played too well in the Bundesliga yet. He's played 1 game and got a 5.9, so that's not the most ideal, but as we can see from previous clubs, he's constantly scored. So got THEW on a free as well. He has played actually quite well so far, got a goal and assist in 3 games. Big signing, we've got Manu Kone in, taken away from a rival club in the league. He's a very good youngish French DM, a lot stronger than what we had. And to go next to him, we got Conor Gallagher as well in. Great signing for 12 million. He'll be a great player in the Bundesliga. And then I managed to get my board to actually sign Dennis Simon. We'll call him Simon. Don't want to say Seaman. Dennis Simon, who obviously young wonderkid goalkeeper from Germany. Stats look very good already. Miles better than the other 2 that I've got in. He hasn't played great so far. Obviously conceded 4, but hopefully with the team gelling a little bit more, it will solidify at the back. And then lastly, for the starting 11, we've got Dodo coming in, good right back, the best one we've got. And obviously right back was a weak point for us last season, so hopefully it will be a little bit stronger. Then for the wings, we've got Ritson Doan, and we've also signed this guy as well, Ernest, on a free. Hopefully, I think these 2 more operate on the bench, but hopefully they can be really useful for us. Here's the players that we let go. Obviously, Weghorst went. Cerny, I just didn't think he was that good. Koita didn't really get any games, so I just let him go. Backup goalkeeper, didn't play. So there were players that we could let go, and obviously we brought in substantially better players. So if we managed to get 4th last season with that team, I know Weghorst was a big part of it, but hopefully Mitrovic will take that role. I feel like we could easily challenge for the title. I don't know if that's crazy, but I feel like with this team now, there's sort of the capability to do that. The only slight change we've made in the tactic is changing the right back to a wing back instead of inverted wing back. And this is the strongest 11 that we could possibly put out. And it's obviously a lot stronger. The only place I really would want to strengthen is centre back, and it is Totti, but obviously he has played well so far, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. That's it for the transfer window in season 4, and we're going to simulate forward now to the end of the season, and let's see how we get on. Right then, so we'll come back at the end of season 4. Again, we've managed to finish 4th, which is good. Looks like we had a good run towards the end. Scored a lot of goals. Defended moderately well. You can already see there Mitrovic got the most goals for us, which is good. Competitions. Champions League will knock out at the league phase. Literally 25th, just missed out on the playoffs by a point. Not ideal. Pokal, we've finally made it to the 3rd round, but we do get knocked out in the 3rd round. Looking at the team then, Mitrovic got 20 goals, 7 assists, best average rating. Nathaniel Brown got 4 goals, 10 assists from left back, which is very good. Pellegrini sort of stepped up actually, 15 goals, 5 assists. Tresoldi 12 and 8, good average rating. Conor Gallagher played pretty well, 9 assists. Ernest 11 goals from the wing, pretty good. Dodo got 12 assists. Benrahma got 13 goals and 10 assists. THEW got 11 goals and 5 assists. 2 points off worse than we were last year, but a lot more goals. And obviously teams were a lot better this season, as Bayern have finished on 82 points. Looking at the finances, we've got 36 million to play with this year. Hopefully we can improve a little bit. We didn't make as much money this year, obviously, because we spent a lot. So that is it for season 4. We are going to simulate towards the end of the transfer window. I'm going to play about in the transfer window, see if I need to bring anyone in. Probably will, as I can't resist. But yeah, we'll see you at the start of season 5. Right, so we'll come back at the end of the transfer window. Not too bad of a start. We played 3 of the top 5 within the first 3 games. Beat Frankfurt, lost our 2 away games, and then got a 4-0 win against Hertha. So not too distressed about that personally. Looking at our Champions League phase groups, we've got PSG first, hard game, AZ, AEK, Newcastle, Partizan, Celtic. I would like to win all of them games except from Newcastle, maybe. Could potentially get a draw there. Then we've got Inter and Tottenham to finish off. Hopefully this season we can actually get through, as we were knocked out in the league phase last season. Hopefully this year we can get through, because obviously last year we were knocked out in the league phase. So looking at our transfers, we've got Jefferson Lerma in on a free. As a free signing, it's pretty good backup for that defensive mid role. We also got Conrad Lehmer in on a free. He can play quite a few positions, and obviously again another good player for that defensive mid role. Then we got Maxime Lacroix. Obviously he is used to the German league, played a lot of games for Wolfsburg. Quick, tall, powerful, good centre back for this league. And then we brought in Mark Guaya as well, our biggest signing, 45 million. He is obviously very good all round. Mentors are extremely good. He's known as an elite centre back as well, so that's one of our first elite players, I believe. It probably potentially is the first one. And yeah, he's just a good player. Really wanted to strengthen up the defensive positions, because obviously we were a little bit weak defensively with Lindelof and Totti at the back. But now with these two brought in, hopefully it will solidify that just a little bit. As you see down the right, we got rid of just a few players that weren't really playing. Got decent bit of money for some of them. But yeah, they just needed to move on, because it's needed to rotate them out, getting some better players, so that we can actually challenge in the Champions League. Finances are looking good. We're actually known as a rich club right now. Hopefully finances stay like this and don't lose too much money. I'm worried a little bit because the wages are going up slightly. Now nearly 1.4 million a month. No, it is a week. Nearly 1.4 million a week, compared to when we first got in the Bundesliga. It was about 700k. So we're going to stay with the same tactic again, as it's working quite well. And if we pick our best 11, this is the team that comes up, and that is the team I would pick personally. Maybe eventually would look at bringing in some new wingers if these aren't performing too well. Their average rating so far is not great, and that could be letting us down just a little bit. But yeah, that's maybe something to look at next season. That is it for the start of season 5. Going to simulate to the end of the season now. Hopefully we can keep in the Champions League and keep building, and we'll see you at the end of season 5. Right then, we'll come back at the end of season 5, final season, and we've somehow managed to win the league. Managed to win the league, beat Bayern Munich to the title, beaten by 4 points. We've got 79 points, lost 5 games, only 1 at home, then 4 away, drew 4 as well, then won 25. Very, very impressive. 71 goals, that's the most in the league, joint with Bayern Munich, and then conceded 31. Not the best. That's Bayern Munich with 20, only conceded 23 and did not win the league. Conceded 4 to us though. So yeah, it looks like we were top of the league for a very long time. Didn't obviously start great, but yeah, smashed it in the end. Now looking at the other competitions, we've won the Pokal as well, and in the Champions League we got knocked out by Barcelona in the quarterfinals. It's not the worst thing in the world. Let's see who actually went on to win that. Man City against PSG. There's been a lot of Man City winning it. Looking in the league, we actually had 3 of the best players in the league with average rating. Trezeguet was top goal scorer, joint with Salcido and THEW. No one in on the assists. Player of the matches was actually Nathaniel Brown, top of that. So looking at the squad, Mitrovic got 21 goals and 7 assists. Trezeguet got 20 goals and 7 assists. Ernest and Benrahma had good seasons as well, along with Pellegrini as well. That's good for a backup striker. Kone actually got 7 goals and 5 assists, which is very good on the defensive mid role. And yeah, just great season. Massive to win the league. This has obviously gave us a very strong budget now. 110 million in the overall balance. They're giving us 60 million as well to play with for next season, if we were potentially going to carry on maybe with a part 2. Now in the final year we've won the league and the cup. We've won a domestic double. The only competitions we've won in the rebuild altogether, because we actually completely skipped the 2 European trophies and went straight to the Champions League. After this rebuild with Schalke, looking at the rebuild leaderboard that we've got, puts them in 3rd place, but I think obviously behind Sheffield United, but that was a 10-year rebuild. I think this rebuild's better than the Chelsea one. The Chelsea one we should have done a lot better in, but we just couldn't really get it going. We're trying to figure out the game. But this Schalke one, winning the league and the Pokal within 5 years from the 2nd division, is massive. I know they're a big club in Germany and it's where they should be really, but yeah, getting them there within 5 years, massive achievement. I'd just like to say thank you again for all the support on the recent videos, and hopefully you enjoyed this one. So if you did, make sure to leave it a like, comment on a rebuild you want me to do next, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. Nearly at 50 subscribers, massive number for me. Honestly, it's the little small goals that keep you going. So if we could get to there soon, I'd be deeply grateful. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you again, and we'll catch you in the next one.